We're going to tell a very funny anecdote about Cliff, or something that's just something they don't know. Something that I don't know. I'm going to tell them something that I don't even know.
Go ahead, man. I want to hear it.
All right. I'll do my Cliff impression, maybe. Fuck! No.
Motherfucking shit, man! Fuck!
My vision of Cliff was always, he was constantly headbanging, but he would kind of be in one spot and just a giant mop, and when we would raise his head, his eyes were gone. It was so freaky. His eyes were somewhere in the back of his head. I can't do it. But then someone like me or Lars would totally screw up the song, and he'd just go, oh. And he would turn and look at us like we totally ruined his life. Because he was so into the song. He didn't know where he was. It didn't matter. He was in his own world, man. And when we fucked it up, his world shattered for a moment. And he'd come over and flip us off and go back to his thing. There you go.
Did he ever call you a dick?
Almost every day. At least I wasn't called Flathead.
Right.
That was Lars's nickname. I don't know why.
Yeah, and who the fuck wants to be Lars? I have a story.
Somebody named Flathead, probably.
How much time do we have?
As long as you need, brother.
I have a story. It's pretty. It's not really funny, but it's pretty personal. It's an insight into Cliff's life at his home. We used to go to Cliff's house, you know, in the middle of the night, and he'd say, "Jim, do you want huge food?" I'd say, "Fuck yeah, man, I'm in. Count me in, bro." You get a can of Denison's chili, open it up, you know, put it on the stove and start heating it up, and you would meticulously slice up green onions, put them in, and he did other various preparations to the food, and we would eat them with chips, and that was huge food. I don't know what to say, man.
Can't get huger.
Yeah, it was huge.
I know, we used to go shooting guns and playing music at Maxwell, up in the hills, you know? And I remember the first time you guys invited me up there, there was lots of drinking involved, and it started usually before we got in the vehicle to go there. Not that we would ever drink or drive, but we get up there, and you could always, I could always find my way there because you just hear this sick, ugly noise ricocheting through the mountains. It's like, there's nobody out here, what is this? And it was Cliff had pretty much every piece of equipment he could find, linked it together and plugged into it, and it was making like alien music and scaring all of the local wildlife into the next county. One other thing I remember, Cliff, we were going through an airport, checking bags through there. I had gone through, and I'm standing there, and I guess somehow some metal thing went off, and they stopped. Is this your bag? And Cliff's like, yeah. So, can you unzip the bag for us? Unzip the bag, and they pulled out a hammer. It's like, sir, what are you doing with a hammer?
What the fuck is the hammer for?
He said, just in case I need it.
Yeah.
It's like, that made perfect sense to me. Cliff always carried a hammer with him, just so you know, in case you didn't. So anyway, I think that's it for tonight. Thank you, Cliff. I love you, brother. I miss you so much.